I noticed something on Google Maps. When I zoomed in, it kind of looked a little bit like a car. I got the text message from Erica, and there was skeletal remains of a person inside of the car.
Yes, it's gotta be. Tonight, a 22-year-old case of a missing man, one step closer now to being solved thanks to Google Maps.
22 years. The bones were still intact, still in the seatbelt. That's crazy.
Google are solving a 22-year-old missing case.
The facts around this case are pretty bizarre.
My name is Jerry Nyman, and I found a dead body using Google Maps. I work for the Palm Beach County School District in the Transportation Department, and our in-house developed routing system uses Google Maps as the layer where we can see where the bus stops are and where the buses are if we're tracking them with the GPS. Yeah, often when I look at where school is and where students live, I usually go and see how would those students walk to school safely so that they don't have to walk next to a busy highway. We pretty much use Google Maps on a daily basis. I got an email from the principal at Polo Park Middle. The school name Polo Park rang a bell. That was the school that my ex-girlfriend's two daughters used to attend.
We're in a relationship for a few years. I would say we keep in touch.
So when I looked on the Google Maps to see where Polo Park Middle was, I noticed that it was very, very close to where Erica's house was. When I was kind of pretending to walk from Polo Park Middle to Erica's house, I noticed something on Google Maps in the man-made lake. Kind of looked a little bit like a car, and I tried to compare it to cars that were parked nearby. I thought, let me see if I can text Erica and see if she can walk out in her backyard to see if she could see the car. And I texted her that screenshot.
And he just said something funny, like, are you hiding cars in your backyard?
The water was kind of green and brown, so she couldn't see the car.
So I'm trying to jump in my fence. I'm trying to see if I can see something, but I couldn't see anything.
So she went and asked one of her neighbors if they maybe could help her.
I was hoping it was nobody there, of course. My heartbeat, it was like...
I got the text message from Erica, and she had even added a little video where she showed they had actually pulled the car out of the canal. There was skeletal remains of a person inside of the car.
The bags are open, yes. Yes, it's gotta be.
Erica texts me and says that the police wants to talk to me.
Of course, they asked me who gave me those pictures, and they asked me for the number.
But I just explained that I got the email from the principal, and the police, they just were happy that I discovered the car. And Erica also sent me a link to a website that had information about people that had gone missing or cold case files. It turned out that the man was William Mould, and he was a person that had been missing since 1997. It explained that he had been at a nightclub.
He made a call to the girlfriend around 9 p.m. saying that he was coming home.
So that was the last time anybody heard from him. At the time, in 1997, that's when they were actually building the whole community that Erica lives in. So it would have been just a complete construction zone.
There was nothing in the area. This house wasn't built.
How and when Moult's car got into this retention pond in the Grand Isles community in Wellington remains a mystery. But Google Maps shows if you look close enough, it's been visible from the sky since 2007.
After this, I saw a lot of people had posted things on websites wondering, why didn't nobody see this car before? On the Google images, it looked so clear. But when you actually stand next to one of these man-made lakes, they're typically brown or green, and it's almost impossible to see what's in the water.
No, I couldn't see nothing.
Yeah, I think it was just great for the family to get closure after all these years.